and muted. How we doing? Are we ready to win Haas a F1 championship? I sure hope so. We are coming off a beauty of a first round here in season 3 as we watched Pierre Gasly in his first race at the helm of the Haas F1 car get a podium for the squad, finishing third in Bahrain for a great start to the season. Mick finished just outside the points, had a chance to get there, but just couldn't make up that last little 10th when it really mattered most. But nonetheless, a great start here. Both our drivers have some dev points, so we're going to jump in here and we're going to make some strides. We've seen that our car has an ability to lock up, so we're going to go ahead and increase probably both of our drivers braking to accommodate, although Pierce is already 91, so we'll go his into cornering as well. Looks like Teo also has one, so we'll throw his into his reactions. Sure. Any staff with development points? It does not appear like it. Other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot we really need to do here. We just need to move forward. Everyone's talking about Haas F1 team is exceeding everyone's expectations. Currently sitting P3 in the championship. We love to see it. We are aware that our brake cooling needs to get a lot better. Here's our current design work that is going on right now. We have a chassis upgrade as well as a rear wing upgrade. There's nothing we can do as of right now. We kind of just have to wait until those things come in, and we're gonna have to get it figured out. But most important, the huge piece that's going to do it for us this season, our design center is completed, which means we are going to get to go over and increase, we're going to do it right now, increase our engineering team to 15 out of 15. And now here's the beauty. We're immediately going back in another design. We don't have any ATR period, but what we are going to do is go ahead and get because if we look here, our brake cooling and engine cooling are horrific, to say the least. And so I think getting our brake cooling better is going to be better for us in the long run. As you can see, this design is not going to take very long. It'll be very minimal, and I think it's going to be worth it in the long run if we start increasing our cooling the most. I think we really need to try to increase our brake cooling at least a little bit to really start to improve a little bit on that, because I think it'll help with our drivers hopefully not locking up as much as we continue on. But this is the goal. As of right now, we're going full on design mode to the max until research opens up, and then we'll be focusing on 2 designs for in season, and then one research going in for the next season. And then obviously once we get later in the season, hopefully things get a little more solidified, we will be able to commit more research at that point. But we are focusing on, we're focusing on in-season development, trying to do the best we can off of the jump, and that's what we're going to do. Totally didn't even talk about this. We're going to promise that we can reach Q2. It's been a minute since I've looked at this, and so we really need to refamiliarize ourselves a little bit with the car, and I'm afraid of guaranteeing a Q3 because our car in a straight line has not been the greatest in the world. So we're going to do our best to do as best we can. If we get into Q3, even better, and we'll just miss out on a little bit of money. But other than that, not a whole lot is really going on. It's only round 2 here in season 3, but let's go ahead. Head to Jeddah in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix weekend.
Formula One is back. Welcome to one of the fastest circuits on the calendar here at Jeddah.
Yeah, that's usually our problem. All right, here we go. It's only round 2. We don't really need to worry about putting practice parts on. We're going to go ahead and work on this setup, try and get it as clean as possible. Trying to get some good feedback from the boys. Pierre so far absolutely living up to his billing and his new role on the team as the very solid young guy option, but still older than Mick, and hopefully he's going to carry us for a few years while Mick continues to get a little bit better. But for now, practice one awaits.
Ready to check?
Copy.
It looks like it
Green light. Green
doesn't look like it's going to be raining, so although it does look a little dark, but nonetheless, this is our plan. For now, we're going to wait and see exactly what we got here in practice one. Our focus is going to be entirely on getting that setup confidence as high as possible, as well as increasing everyone's car part knowledge, as well as setup confidence. It's going to be good. It's going to be a fun one around here. I think Jeddah is going to be an interesting barometer for us on where we're at right now in comparison to everyone else on the grid. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. Looks like we have a bit of a North train here. It's not us, that is the Butte. VSC actually. Interesting. Go ahead and just, we're not going to worry about calling them in. Joe crashing and out of practice one. That is not what you want to see in
Copy.
in FP1. It's really where a lot of the good stuff takes place in terms of getting these set up started for the weekend. So unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver on that one. 62% from Mick already.
Doing any more?
Car filled. Quite good.
How many laps have we done? Only 11. I see.
4.
I just want to put a couple laps of just pushing. Just to see what we can do here.
How's the balance?
Setup confidence for Pierre, 51%. We will improve upon that here in a moment. All right, that's enough. Tires are starting to fall off. We don't need anyone getting hurt out here, any damage occurring, none of that. We'll slow them down, pull them in, get this set up. Yeah, he's coming in. It's I thought I called Pierre in, not gonna lie. All right, we made it back to the pits, all good. No problems there. Go something like that, throw on another set of softs. We'll call it 15 laps and good to go. Let's try that. Tires, 15 laps, good to go. Go ahead. And that should take them pretty... Well, apparently not. I was gonna say it should take them pretty close, but... Run them on light. We'll see if we can extend these tires a little bit. We don't want to use any more tires than we need to, if we can help it. See if we can extend the life of these softs for as long as possible. The good news is car part knowledge will hit 100. It looks like probably by the end of session, if not, definitely the start of practice 2.
Someone spun out. Let's have a look. All eyes.
Oh no,
on
Kevin.
Kevin Magnussen here.
Kevin spinning.
They've spun their car.
I mean, in real life, that's damage to the rear wing, but it does not look like it caused damage here in our fake alternate F1 universe simulation. You know, it looks like on like heavy fuel and everything, it looks like we actually do have some pace, which is good to see. Bad 30%, huh? That's unfortunate. We're gonna let them go, complete this stint. They'll come in. I'm basically just gonna refuel them up enough for another handful of runs. I mean, there's what, 10 minutes left. We're looking at, what is it, a minute 30 a lap. I mean, we're really not looking at more than 8 laps, probably, something like that. We'll do the same with Pierre. Basically just want them out there for the rest of the time. Not necessarily for setup confidence, but setup confidence 20% for Pierre there. We'll get that rectified in practice too.
Copy.
Everyone relax. Yeah, the answer is calm down, run a couple more laps.
Copy.
That's all we need. Literally, the answer is just don't bin it. Perfect.
Checkered flag is now out.
Yeah, bring him in. It's all over. Perfect. Not too bad, not too bad. Next session, we're gonna run out on some mediums for a longer stint. We need to get this looked at again. It's good. Probably a lot closer. That'll be good for Mick. For Pierre. We'll go to this side this time. This. Get that a little closer. Try that. Throw him on the mediums, also 20 laps. Get a good longer run in. Really nail in
Radio check. Radio check.
rain, good to know. Get them out and are running. We'll see how the medium tires last, because those softs were getting destroyed in there in practice 1. So we'll see how it goes. Looks like we're going to start to really ramp up on track acclimatization. That's exactly what we want to see. Looks like we're, you know, right about where we should be, considering we're on mediums. Kevin looks like he's putting in some pretty good pace on the hards, which is cool to see. Obviously, all the soft runners are going to be going above us. That's fine. We have to understand the runs that we're on. We're going to be out there for a good chunk of time here on this first outing. We're really going to make sure our car part knowledge is up to 100%, exactly what we need to see. A crash that's not us. Perfect. A crash that's not us.
Oh, and that's a crash.
Leclerc crashing.
Let's take a closer look. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
I was guessing it's just a spin.
Thank goodness nobody else.
A spin into no more of a front wing. You hate to see it. Get this going again. It's like us, Carlos Sainz, and Sergio Perez are kind of on the same kind of run. They're just kind of running them out there on a million laps on these tires. I'll say this is the difference too. We run the same amount of tires, but they are 20% tire wear worse.
How does it feel?
Still only 20%.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
I don't understand, Pierre. I don't understand. I think we've gotten up to 77%. That's what we like to see. But Pierre is just not a happy camper as of right now. All good, all good. A couple of like pushy laps before we finish. All right, they're both back in. That's fine. All right, let's see. 77%. We have traction and oversteers optimal. Everything else is good. Be kind of nice if it wasn't those. I feel like those get affected by a lot of things. Try that. We'll run out there on softs for 15 laps, 18 laps. I want to make sure we hit the end of session. We'll just say 20 laps. Cool, cool. Good to know. I mean, this would definitely do it. We're just gonna say 20 laps. We know we're not gonna get 20 laps, so we're gonna say 20 laps. Just because we really just want to be running till the end of the session here. Yeah, they're definitely gonna be running until the end. And they can push on fuel. I don't know why we give Mick so much more fuel delta wise. Very interesting. The plan will probably be to sim practice 3, and then we'll get into quali here at Jeddah. I'd love to see a solid quali session from these guys if we can help it. If we can make some solid inroads on our quali pace, that would be beautiful. I just want to see what one full-on go for it lap looks like. All right, Pierre's up to 73%. Love to see it. It goes fastest.
Starting to lose the rear.
And then Pierre puts in
Yeah, confirm.
3/10 on him. Right at the end. Interesting. Not that interesting. I know. I mean, we know what we're expecting here.
I am struggling so much with the grip.
You are aware, Pierre.
Copy.
Your tires are destroyed. It's fine. A Haas 1-2 in practice 2. We love to see it.
Got loads of energy.
Yes, we are aware. We have loads of energy. Yeah, make up to 80%. Forgot to check that. Good to know.
We'll be kicking off today.
All right, we're gonna simulate this session mainly just because practice 3 is usually pretty meh. We should hit 100, 184 and 77. That sounds about right. That is our best. Oof, we are off on both oversteer and on cornering and on straights. Do we dare? I mean, I think we're just gonna leave it. I think we're just gonna leave it. You know, we're not gonna worry about it too much. And we are excited to get Quali 1 underway here at Jeddah. We'll send Mick out with the first person whenever they decide they want to go. We'll send out behind George Russell. Gonna see some banger laps here for Mick. Oh, Lewis decides just to ruin everybody's kind of day. Send Pierre out. Apparently got a little more traffic than we initially wanted. Mick comes through 1.6 tenths off of George Russell as Pierre comes through, and he's going to start his flying lap following around the AlphaTauri of Alex Albon. Should get a relatively clean lap. Dawn kind of gets in our way there at the end, but Gasly does go fastest. He does go fastest so far. We're going to refuel Mick and see if we can get him out on another lap immediately. See if we can get a bit more clean air. I think we might do something similar with Pierre just to see on the same set of tires. We're not expecting too much considering, but it's not bad. We'll wait till Mick comes through. Perfectly timed. Mick on his fly lap. Hopefully didn't get held up by Ocon there. He is going yellow, yellow. Mick, no improvement from Mick. That's honestly okay. We weren't really expecting him to do too much there. Although I am going to do this to make sure that he doesn't get in Pierre's way. All right, there we go. Pierre comes through. Also no improvement. It was worth the shot, all things considered. So Mick is going to be going back out. I'm going to try and save a set of softs for Pierre, and we are going to not be sending out Pierre again. Pierre is going to be staying in the garage, and we are going to be pulling off our first bold move of this session here. We're gonna try and save a set of softs for Pierre for the race, and we're gonna hope that Mick can get through on his own here at the end of the pack. Go ahead and fast forward this a bit, get him towards the end, and we'll hop on board here. Hop on board here with Mick, starting his last flyer here in Q1. Should be more than enough to get through, I think, with the pace of our car, but we're gonna send him out, really solidify that. Mick has a tendency sometimes to slip up in Q1, and so we're gonna try and keep him in as a prime position as possible here. A green first sector is massive for us as the finishers are gonna start rolling in here. Some shuffling ahead. Not a whole lot so far. Well, I guess not that many people below Pierre has finished. Mick here goes green, making our way towards the final corner. Pierre is safely through. Mick also is safely through. Mick Schumacher into Q2. Beautiful. Finishes P12. That's a good sign for our quality pace here. And we're hoping Pierre we're hoping be able to get through to Q3 here. I'm going to send Mick out on a used tire run, as well as we're just going to get a banker lap in. I know this is a very used set. We probably should not have gone out on the second set with, well, let's think about this. What? All right, this has got to be broken, right? Lap time down 9 seconds as compared to Don't know. I mean, maybe just because we know that's the lap time it did. That's odd. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put in a banker on the used sets, and then send out on the fresh at the end of the session. We'll send Pierre out. I'll send Pierre out nice and early, and we'll send Mick on the very end, tail end of that. Hopefully he'll get a bit of fresh air here. We're hoping Gasly will get a clean enough run here, and we will just sneak out ahead of Russell here. Mick, I think, should have the cleanest air of all. I mean, we're not expecting a world-beating lap from Pierre here on that very U set, but he does hold up fairly decently. I mean, that time is not going to be good enough. As you can see, Mick puts 1.7 tenths on Pierre on his used set of tires versus Pierre's, but you know, Pierre obviously is going to have that fresh set for the end here. You know, we destroyed that we destroyed that set of tires, but all right, Pierre is ready. Mick put in a pretty solid lap himself. We'll put him on his fresh set of softs, and we shall wait and see exactly what happens here. Obviously no rain. I know it's not supposed to rain, but you never really know sometimes here, as we're taking down the seconds of here in session 2. Again, the tires look like everyone's on a used set of tires right now, very used set of tires, unsurprisingly, I would say. But everyone's going to be coming into the pits now, getting that last refuel, those change of tires, and getting ready for the final laps here. We'll be sending Mick first, and then Pierre. Let's see if we can get Pierre a bit of tow. We want to give ourselves a good chance as possible here. We'll be hopping on board with Pierre this lap. Here we go. Final run. Q2. A spot in the Q3 top 10 shootout on the line. We begin our flying laps here at the end of this session. We should be expecting a pretty significant jump from Pierre. Obviously, Mick, I'm hoping for at least just a marginal improvement. If we can get a little bit of improvement from him, that is gravy. He does go green for a sector, as does Pierre. Absolutely beautiful stuff so far. We'll start to see times come through right now. Everyone, Vettel jumps Mick. Leclerc goes second fastest. Norris goes fourth fastest. Alonso improves up to P7. Zhou jumps up just to P10. Both of our drivers currently in the danger zone, but a lot of lap here remaining. We'll be seeing a huge jump from Pierre here as we're coming through 2 green sectors. As Mick comes up, crosses the line, only up into P13, and Pierre Gasly up into P8 for our place in Q3. Absolutely massive. Mick does solidly in P14 there. We really need to work on his 1 lap pace, but nonetheless a solid outing from Mick. We'll hopefully see some improvement from him as the season goes on. And now we have a beauty of a situation, as we'll get a pretty solid used tire run, and then a fresh set of softs for the end of Q3, and then a fresh set of softs for the race tomorrow. An absolutely beautiful session here.
Ready to check? Okay. Ready to check. Okay.
We have a long way to go this season, and we know it, but at the same time, we're putting ourselves in a very good position here. We'll send Pierre out again with George Russell, who apparently likes to go out nice and early in these sessions, and so we're hopefully going to follow him through without too much traffic problems. It looks like everyone is out on track, so we're hoping to get a pretty decent free lap here and potentially getting a bit of a tow from George Russell here. We're going to get a clean lap all the way through, and we're going to get a pretty decent idea. 1.1, 1.2 off of George Russell. Lando actually manages to split us. Actually, no, he ties George to the 1,000th. And so that is very interesting. It looks like the Red Bulls are extremely quick. That's not necessarily unexpected, but you know, all in all, we have to remember where our car is. Kevin Magnuson getting his Alfa Romeo through. Happy to see Kev having a little bit of success over there at Alfa Romeo, but nonetheless, we want to try and out qualify our former driver here in Q3. We're gonna do our best as we head out for the final time here in Q3. Everyone's out, everyone's preparing for their final laps. We'll hop on board here with Pierre. Rounding the final corner, fresh set of softs on the car. We are away we go on our last flying lap here in Q3 at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And we are very excited. Currently about, 100th up on Kevin Magnuson and Daniel Ricciardo. We're going to try and make some improvements here as we do improve our first sector, a green first sector for us. That is beautiful to see. I'll be interested to know. It looks like everyone else is on a used tire run, so if we are going to make any huge jump, it's going to be right now as we go green, green. As everyone is filtering through right now, Verstappen on provisional pole. Leclerc unable to improve enough to get into the front row. As the checkered flag comes out, everyone's making their way to the final corner, down the final straights towards the start finish line. Let's see if Bottas, Sainz, or Norris improve ahead of us. Oh, it looks like they actually probably crossed it before, but here we go. Pierre Gasly, where does he go? Oh, 2000s. What is it with us and the 2000s mark in qualifying? We fall behind a potential P6 start by 2 thousandths of a second. Oh, that would have been absolutely huge for us. But nonetheless, Pierre Gasly, the 8th fastest driver here around the Jeddah circuit. Man, what is it with us in the 2000s mark? Where it's like it's reared its head a lot. Where we're just one tick, one blip of the throttle, one minor miss of the brakes or something. I wish you could see. Look at this tie. Oh. Kevin and Daniel actually do their best time. They do tie, and we are, man, just 2 thousandths away. But nonetheless, another Q3 appearance for Pierre, and another fantastic race day arrives in Saudi Arabia for the Haas F1 team. Both drivers have a fresh set of softs. It looks like it's probably going to be either a one stop or a fast 2-stop here. It's really hard to say. I mean, I think I do want to do a bit of a split strategy here. I think I like the idea of the two. I do want to split the strategies with Mick starting P14. I think I like him on a one stop. We're going to try and play track position as long as we can with him. But with Pierre, I want him to be able to push basically from the start. And I think this might be the move. Yeah, I think I like this. I think that I like the idea of Pierre being able to push from the start. We'll get him on a quick 2-stop. He'll be on hopefully on fresher tires than everyone pretty much the whole time. I wonder what this looks like if we actually swap these. Do something more. All right, now we're gonna do that. We're gonna start on the softs, a fresh set of softs. We can wisely say onto the medium or the hards for the majority, and then put it onto the mediums right at the end when all of the one stoppers are going to be struggling with tires. We're going to be doing just fine. We're going to hopefully get off the line very good. We're going to be putting Pierre on maximum attack at the start, and let's go Saudi Arabia. Hopefully this 2-stop works out. I'm hoping there'll be a good mix. Let's see. Hards. We're on softs, mediums, softs, hards. Looks like a good mix. That's a great mix. The top 10 is a mix of medium and hards. Very interesting. I don't remember seeing an option to start on hard. I'm wondering what the AI has cooked up here, but this is going to be great news for hopefully Pierre starting on that fresh set of. So I'm wondering, actually, that's probably what it is. None of the AI probably had a fresh set of softs, and so we're taking advantage of having that fresh set of softs when everyone else used all theirs in qualifying. Ooh, come on, Pierre. Stick your nose in there. Oh. Yes, sir. Stick your nose in there. We're trying to make up as many positions as we can right now while we have the tire advantage. All right, we're going to be going back to neutral. We're going to leave him. Here, it looks like Bottas goes very defensive, inviting Charles Leclerc through. We have a couple of too wide moments here. Nick, how you doing? You just chilling? See if we can make the stick his nose in there, make up the position on that hard runner. Something we absolutely need to do. And now we're gonna drop Mick down as he's following the soft runners, and we're gonna try and play the tire game there. Yeah, Pierre here, we would love to be able to make a move on these hard runners here. We're going to if we can.
DRS enabled.
Try and stick our nose up the inside here. Charles Leclerc, go around the outside maybe. Use the ERS. Pull up one more spot into P5. Still following a couple of hard runners. We would love to be able to get by here if we can. Come on, Pierre, get your nose in there. Make the move stick. Beautiful stuff. Oh, come on, Pierre. We're not like this. Oh, shuts the door. We're gonna drop.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
All right, there's gonna be a lot of fighting going on. Ooh, Charles just absolutely, or Carlos absolutely just sends one down there on Bottas. Very fun. All right, we're gonna relax a little bit here. We're gonna be in a bit of a DRS train. Let's see what this gap is looking like behind. Russell's still here. We weren't able to really break away from anyone, unfortunately. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But here we are. We are still gonna be on the faster tire. And we're hopefully gonna be able to take advantage on maybe some dives on the inside and hopefully some fighting. I might actually. I hate this idea, but I might actually harvest. We used a lot of ERS trying to make up positions. We were able to make up 2 and make it stick, but man. All right, I don't know if our car has the pace to only harvest here right now, unfortunately. We might have to just try and rebuild that ERS later on in the race when we're not on such a volatile tire as well. Or maybe it just needs to be a combo of harvesting and pushing on tires and fuel over. Oh, I hope we got DRS right there. We do. Okay. All right. Okay, we're all good. We are still just chilling right now on this with this group here. We don't have 0 ERS, which is nice. Oh, George Russell makes the move stick up the inside. Unable to do a whole lot about that. And that front group really moved away from us, and it doesn't look like this soft tire is really the race tire here if I'm looking at this correctly. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough day on this but you know, we made up 1 spot. We're hopefully gonna be able to make up some more as we continue on. I think this more has to do with our car's lack of acceleration and top end speed more than anything. Yeah, this is going to be something where we're going to have to, really, once we're, fully engrossed in our development cycle for this season. Yellow flags. It's not Mick. We're all good. Metal. Verstappen running wide.
Now here we see Max
I mean, that probably doesn't mean a whole lot as of right now.
Goodness me, they're completely off the racing.
They're completely off the racing line. Oh, that has allowed Leclerc to pull back. The wing opens, and is now a 2-horse race for the lead. No pun intended, with the Ferrari finally closing up that gap to the Red Bull, which might slow down Max just enough to potentially also allow Carlos Sainz to catch back up, but he's going to be doing enough trying to defend from everyone else that it may not go as easily as we think. All right, let's hop on board here with Mick and see if we can help him out a little bit here. We're going to try get around and hopefully it's a late move, Daniel. That's a late move. All right. Pierre's pit window has oh, we are 3 wide through turn 2. We are 3 wide, I repeat, 3 wide. We were 3 wide. We were 100% 3 wide right there. Pierre still chilling out, just getting dragged along. We have him on aggressive tires now, trying to see if we can make something happen here. But unfortunately, with everyone having DRS here, it's just going to make it extremely tough. And it looks like it's just going to be a case of, DRS being king here in Jeddah. And our lack of acceleration off the line is really going to come back to bite us probably. But, we tried our best here. And being the first pitters, we're probably going to fall back a lot into some traffic. We're going to have to make up a lot of ground, hopefully, and try not to lose too much time with this pit stop. I mean, we will be coming out last at this rate. And so we're going to have to try and make a lot happen here if we can. We might... So we might be able to extend a little bit if we move into a saving mode. If we can stay within DRS and kind of get dragged along, we might be able to save a little bit. Let's see what happens if we try and conserve for a lap and see what happens to the deltas here. If we can try and extend this soft run, a little bit, that may help us out later. Pull us closer to that, that medium pit window. I mean, they're still in the 70s and we're well below 50%. Mick finally overtakes Sebastian and is now moving up towards... Oh, Kevin made a mistake. Did Kevin crash or did he spin? Oh, just a lockup for Kevin.
Now let's watch this.
Ooh, yep, just locked up those inside tires. Those inside brakes locking up. Not what you want to see from Kevin, but Mick now finds himself up into P11 here with a little bit of clean air. Alonso overtaking Pierre here on conserve. Pierre now finds himself down in P11. Joe pits. I think we're going to ignore for now. We're going to try and extend a couple more laps if we can. We'll put him back up onto light. We don't want to lose touch too much with this front group. We're going to try and use this DRS train to our advantage here as we now find ourselves with some clear air behind, so we might be able to get away with just kind of sitting behind and not losing too much if we can help it. But if we can extend this soft stretch as long as possible, then that'll only help us later being able to push harder down the finish. Perfect. I mean, as long as we're continuing to get DRS, I think I'm pretty happy.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
The mediums are starting to get to that 67%. And it looks like we actually would not come out last if we did pit right now. I think at the end of this lap we'll set the pit and we'll have Pierre push with everything he has to try and create as much momentum going ahead as we can here. We make our way back down the backside of the Jeddah Street Circuit. And did we lose? We did. We did lose DRS as of right now. I don't think we're going to be getting it back. Alright, Pierre, big push this lap. We did lose DRS, that's fine. We'll pit this lap. Push fuel, we'll push tires. We'll push tires until they really get close. We don't want him. We don't want to run into any issues with tire wear if we can help it. If we can get back into DRS on this back stretch, that would be absolutely beautiful. We're not going to get it on this first one, which is going to really suck because I'm going to, push that gap out again. But regardless, we're going to be right here. I mean, we're pretty much right here. We'll go ahead, throw it on conserve, throw it on. We'll start out on aggressive with the hards. We'll hop over here with Mick now as we're fighting Daniel Ricciardo again, who's weaving on the straights and not getting penalized for it. Miko around the outside. Woo! Tags the wall a little bit. Pierre in for his stop. Will fall down the order a little bit here. Unfortunately, I think the two stop may not have been the move for much, but we overtook Ocon as well and completely missed that. Don't really know where Ocon came from. Pierre comes out in P17 and a little bit of free air. Does have Zhou to contend with, but we will have fresher tires than Zhou as this race continues on. Yellow flags. Yellow flags are gone. Leclerc locking up. Not what you need when you're fighting for a race win. Locks up that front. Yeah, he definitely locked up that front left. That tire's screaming a little bit. You've entered Mick's pit window. I think we might do the same kind of thing with Mick if we can help it. If we can extend. I mean, we're going to be able to extend, I think, even without having to do too much. If we can kind of continue to get dragged along, and we'll hopefully have a little bit of fresher tires at the end. I think that might work out in our favor. Pierre now finds himself at the back of a train all the way up to Stroll with tires of Stroll on. I'm assuming the hards. Stroll on the mediums. I wonder if the mediums race pace is starting to fall off a little bit. Here we go. Woo! Attaboy, Mick. Ricardo had that inside line. Kind of makes sense. More direct line there. But Mick just hanging out, chilling out with Daniel and Esteban. We really need some of these medium runners to start pitting, which it looks like they probably will do here soon. The problem is we are outside of the pit window of the lead group here, and so we really need to be making some moves if we can help it. The problem is with 5 cars ahead, it's not a whole lot we can really do. Mick now comes ahead of Verstappen, who actually splits our group here. And if we can actually keep Verstappen out, that would be lovely. But he's only putting in hundreds of us per second here, so a little unfortunate. But we can afford to push Mick up onto aggressive tires a little bit. I think we'll get a good indication of the pit strategy of everybody else as
a new race position for Haas.
as we continue on here. Russell in the pits, Alonso in the pits. Daniel stays out. We're gonna ignore for now. We might push this a couple laps. We're trying to do everything we can to make up as many positions here. Let's see if Pierre can make some good jumps. Pierre now in P14. There's still obviously all of the hard runners ahead who have to pit still. The problem is there's that big gap from Bottas in that top group all the way down to Daniel and Mick in, you know, P6, 7, and then Verstappen, who is charging through the field against us right now. Well, actually, hopefully sticker. Oh, Verstappen! That's a safety car. Why did Mick just dive out?
We've just had a crash on the track.
Is that not a safety car? Mick just stopped
An excellent move
for
by
4
Haas to gain
seconds.
a few places.
What was that? I don't know what that was. But Verstappen just destroyed his race with that, battling Daniel and Mick. Just absolutely destroyed his race right there. You hate to see it, you really do. All right, I think this will be, we'll run Mick one more lap. We'll have gained at least a couple of laps. Ooh, and Mick got DRS, let's go. All right, Mick pit for hards. This lap, push. Go hop back over to Pierre here, who's battling Zhou. Gets new fastest lap. Love to see that. Battling Zhou and has 3 seconds ahead to Alonso, who is on that one stop we were talking about. We need to start putting in some laps, I think, if we're gonna try and make this 2-stop work. I think we paid it a little too early to try and make a 1-stop work for him, and so, you know, we have to stick to this 2-stop and just run as fast as we can. I think we'll get a good indication here. Here's Mick's right here. Cool. Mick, charge your ERS for God's sakes. I stopped that right before, by the way. Also, Pierre just stopped and let Zhou through for reasons.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
We're at a 134, which is not going to get it done if I do say so myself. Although that front group is going to probably start slowing down sooner, hopefully, rather than later. I think we really mismanaged this one, and I hate to say that. This one could go down as a pretty big disappointment, unfortunately. We had a pretty good chance, and we just we don't have the pace to make up for it. And I don't know what happened with Pierre letting Zhou through on the last lap and stopping for a second, or Mick just stopping for 5 seconds for no real reason against what's his name? Ricardo.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Huge lockup. Who was it?
Seems to have been a lot.
Kevin!
Let's have a look.
Kevin's struggling.
Kevin Magnussen here.
Yep, that front left again. It's locked up. Can't have that. That does give Pierre the free position here. And try and I really want to break DRS behind to Zhou, but he's gonna have it, and you get it on back-to-back straight, so there's no real point here. You really need to break DRS here if we can. The problem is he's just gonna be a nuisance like this. just don't think we have the car to really
Haas
just
with an overtake.
all of a sudden just break DRS on a whim. And since Jetta is 90% DRS straight, it feels like, if we can get into DRS of Alonso, I think that can make things a little better for us. Yeah, we're doing okay. But we really need to do that if we can, because he's for sure, what, he's on a one stop. He started on the mediums. He's on the one stop, which means he can't really be pushing tires that much.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa
We did run
Romeo.
4 and 5 tenths faster on that one. He doesn't have DRS to those ahead, and so we really need to be putting in some lap times here. But Zhou is proving to be more of a nuisance than anything else. Oh my god. We were right there. Every time we get
Position gained for Alfa Romeo.
right there to Alonso. We cannot convert Pierre to a one stop. We just can't. We are within a pit stop to the leaders. British, welcome back. Championship counter is at least one for sure. The problem is Alfa Romeo are being nuisances, and that's about it. I mean, and you know, there was also a moment where Mick just decided to stop for like 5 seconds and let Daniel just drive off into the distance, so that didn't help either. We're trying to cheeky two-stop with Pierre. That really isn't working out for us, considering we started P8. We got held up and we got caught in so much traffic, and for some reason Pierre also just decided to stop on the last corner and let Zhou just fly through when he had DRS. So it's really unfortunate things going on right now. Now Ocon and Alonso are DRS training themselves, and we're having to battle Zhou, and it ain't it. Just Haas things, yeah, kinda. Unfortunately. We had a pretty decent quali. Mick qualified P14, where he had a little bit of traffic. Unfortunately, Pierre qualified P8, which is pretty good for us. We put Pierre on a pretty aggressive two-stop, going the soft, hard, medium. And so we're hoping we'll be able to make up a lot on that last stretch. But as of right now, it does not look like it's going too well, although he is making huge gaps right now to the Alpines that are squabbling ahead. Yeah, it is a whole thing. We are gonna nail fastest lap though, because we're gonna be the only ones really pushing pretty much the rest of the race. Plus a bunch of people started on hards, and so there's gonna be a bunch of pit stops ahead, and so we're kind of hoping that Pierre can get up here with them, and then it'll really just basically just negate all of the issues that we had to begin with. But you know, Alonso, all the people who are doing the Mick one stop, I'm hoping just aren't going to be able to push as hard as we can this whole time, and so I'm hoping to use that pace advantage, that aggressive advantage to our benefit. We're doing our best. It would really help if we had ERS to play with, but we just don't, and our car just doesn't have pace to not use ERS, which is a pain. If we could get by Alonso here, that would be mint. I think I'm pretty comfortable just sitting behind him and then getting him on the start-finish straight. Cars have not been, that's true. We have not had any issues. Kevin Magnussen is locked up twice. Verstappen after his first pit stop on the next lap, was caught up and was battling Daniel and Mick and locked up going into the final corner here, right here, and then just went straight on into the wall and had to pit. So that's why he's running last, which is hilarious. But it's been a pretty interesting one so far. Leclerc also had a huge lockup.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
And that's why he's, you know, really far off that front group as well. It's been a pretty interesting race, to say the least. If we can keep Ocon out of DRS here, that would be huge. Good. Break away from Ocon. Let's create a little bit of separation. Let's see if we can catch anyone else sleeping here. We've caught up to Daniel, the man who might have ruined Verstappen's race. All right, here comes the first round of pit stops for the hard runners to start. We really would like to get around Daniel here if we can. Mick being an absolute god and battling Lewis Hamilton and the Aston Martin. Mick has just not had the pace we need him to, unfortunately, so Mick's race might be a little bit in the mud. Perfect. All right, we let Alonso get a little away from us here. Yeah, Daniel's tires are destroyed. Looks like we're gonna be just about right to take advantage. We really need to be putting in some laps right now. That's what we need to be doing. Let's see, Sainz is the only one ahead who still needs to pit. We're in effective P4 right now. But we still do have to stop again, which is the unfortunate part. But the good news is we have broken DRS behind. And I'm hoping we can start to put in some work to those ahead. I want to see what this lap time is compared to Alonso ahead. Did lose, 1.2 seconds on that last lap, but that's because we had to get around Zhou as well. Make up into P12. It's hanging out. Sainz makes his stop. Alonso 133.1, we're 133.4. We lost time that last lap. That's less than ideal, I would say. See if we can roast these tires a little bit and try and close up as much as we can. Try and put in as good a buffer as we can here.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
And I mean, I think this is just a case of Alonso's tires really hitting, that race performance stint, and ours obviously are coming down to the end of their lives. I know we have to make up a lot of ground after the second stop. Pierre got held up way too much at the beginning of the race. It was just a DRS train for the first 20 laps, unfortunately, that really negated Pierre being on the softs. And so he made his way all up to P5, but then the DRS train just really kind of ruined it, and the battling pushed him back down to P7, and it just negated starting on softs. And then obviously we had to stop first, which pushed us way down the order. And then from that point, it was mostly just medium runners who still had another good 10 laps to go before their stop, and then the hard runners who had even more laps than that. And so the traffic at the beginning just really threw everything off, unfortunately. I'm gonna push Pierre. We'll see what percentage he's at the start of the next lap, but unfortunately we're not really making up time to Alonso. The only thing we're going to have is fresher tires than everyone else.
Moved up the field.
Mick gains 2 positions, making the points. Love to see it. I mean, we're losing time hand over fist here. All right, let's go down to 1. I mean, we'll come out. Hopefully we can snag this gap I'm pitting him right now. I think we got to get him in. Yeah, we got to pit now. Oh, and Lando shouldn't have DRS here, which is actually kind of big, I think. Yeah, Lando didn't get DRS, which means he didn't get that little bit of extra. Mick's got a little bit of extra fuel we can push with. Hello, Daniel, on those mediums. We got to try and hold on here. Looks like we do come out in P12. Love to see it. Absolutely huge, and we should be able to just lead. You know, we should be able to catch Ocon, I mean, immediately. We have 10% fresher tires than Ocon. It's gonna be tough. We need to get by and dispatch of Ocon, you know, immediately if we can. Got some back markers. No, that's Albon. Never mind.
With an overtake there.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm hoping this will help Mick, but honestly, this might be hurting Pierre more than anything. Yeah, we have to tell Mick not to fight Pierre here. We have to let Pierre move up, and then we can tell Mick to get back in it. Unfortunately, that's going to invite Ocon back into this, but Pierre's on the faster tire. He's on the faster moves here. We have 0 ERS. Beautiful. Ah, dude. Mick, you're free to fight now. You're free to fight. And this race had a lot of potential, but it's just not working out. I really need Albon to lose DRS to Daniel. And we can do this.
Haas with an overtake.
Oof. Yeah, I know. Danny has been all over the damn place in this race and is just really not giving us, really just not done us any favors, to say the least. There's no, I mean, we have 9 laps to make up 15 seconds. Nah, nah. All right, we'll see what lap Pierre can put in here, but I'm imagining he's going to be getting attacked by Daniel right now, and so we don't have the this ain't it, unfortunately. We do have some designs that are going to come through in the next couple of rounds, but right now I think, I mean, this race was just,
And McLaren with a great overtake.
I have to harvest Pierre here. I have to. He has 0 ERS to play with. We need ERS if we're going to do anything here. Buy the 2020 Mercedes and just put Haas on it? I mean, sheesh, don't tempt me. All right, now Mick is, I mean, yeah, we're chasing mediums that are way fresher. I think Mick had a good race, is just not going to have enough here. All right, we actually managed to harvest for a lap, which is a miracle. Oh, do not get overtaken. Oh, Pierre. You're letting yourself get done like that? I know you're harvesting, but you're getting done like that? God, when they like glitch into the wall, it's like the freakiest thing in the world. On the inside? Dude, why is our exit so horrific? Dude, our car's acceleration is terrible. Terrible. Absolutely horrific. Just like, it's horrifically bad. It's something we're gonna have to address, but it's just like, god damn. Be nice if we feel like we could actually do something here. I know. I mean, as much as I like to joke about us winning a championship this year, realistically, we're fighting for that podium contender slot more than anything. We're going all in on design this season. Our design center finished right before this race started, so we're gonna be able to, we're gonna be designing up like crazy. We're gonna be designing things for every week, kind of dealio. So, I mean, I knew Jetta was gonna be a problem for us anyway, just because our car's acceleration was so bad. I mean, we knew this was gonna be a problem, basically. Woof. I'm not fighting. I mean, we're always fighting for a title. Don't get me wrong, we're always fighting for a title. It's just whether or not we're gonna get there is all. Yellow flags. Yellow flags again.
Oh, big lock up there.
Sonoda's spinning. Sonoda locking up. Not good for Yuki. Man, Verstappen just has not done a thing. Are we gonna be a fastest lap warrior with Mick? I mean, Mick's not catching up. So I think we actually do pit Mick for a fastest lap attempt. But XP, I know, but money. We get money for fastest lap. I need money. I do need money though. Experience, it's true. Mick probably needs the experience more than anything, but the money though. We like money here. I'm not gonna lie, we've cut this deficit in half. For Haas, we have to adhere to the rules, which basically you just need to take money at any given opportunity. All 100,000 or whatever it was. I don't know how much it was for fastest lap, but money. What, I guess finish position is one of the tiebreakers for later in the season, I guess, so we'll see. Gene would be proud, yeah. I mean, we're putting in like 1.3 seconds a lap. The problem is we still have 6 seconds to go. Oh. I'm actually gonna try. We're gonna see if Mick can get a fastest lap on very old hards. We're just gonna see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. Mick should have clear air literally the whole way in front of him. I mean, he has 9-10 seconds ahead of him, so he should just be able to free to push the whole way. We'll see what happens, or maybe he bends it. Who knows? I'm willing to risk it. We'll never know, because it's not going to happen. We'll never know. I mean, we will find out in literally a moment here. I should have been. No, I can't. All right, Pierre, last lap.
Push.
Okay.
Energy if you need it.
Time to push.
Yeah.
Yep, ERS is empty. It's fine. Oh,
We have low battery.
that's a negatory. He did put in a second on that lap, but no fastest lap. Unfortunate. We put in that second to Daniel. We did cut this gap down by a lot. We did cut this gap down from, what was it, 16 seconds down to what will become under 3. Just not enough laps. Not enough laps in this one. Unfortunate.
Perez has crossed the line first.
So let's check the flags.
All in all,
Yeah, thanks, guys.
we finished exactly where we started, and Mick made up 3 spots. So, all in all, that's a
Let's check the
success. Common Haas P8W facts.
Tough day. Copy that. Just take all the pickups.
Tough day, Mick. I mean, Mick made up 3 spots. All in all, Mick made up 3 spots, and Pierre finished exactly where he started. So, we are performing as expected so far. Jeddah's not our track. Jeddah's not it. We come back even stronger next time out. Australia will be better for us. Aussie will be better. We're gonna hopefully have some new stuff done. I think our designs should be close to done by then, I'm hoping. We'll have to see. You know, 4 points on the day.
Result for Haas. More than enough to satisfy the whole team.
More than enough.
Right.
We need to make some pushes though. We're trying to get podiums in a quarter of our races this year. We dropped down 2 spots in the constructors to P5. As Mercedes gets a good finish. Hey, absolutely, British. Thank you so much for stopping by. We will win we'll win some podiums for you soon. Our car is going to get better as the season goes on. Our driver is going to continue to get better as the season goes on, and we are ready to rumble. Get some sleep. I will talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. Nonetheless, that is 3 milli in the bank. We're moving on to Australia next. All right, back at it again. A lot to do. Inbox first, a difficult race. I mean, I think it was about right. I think it was difficult. You know, we had a lot of potential, just not there yet. Let me see. Our objectives were disappointed. Great. I mean, this is this season. We got one in. Getting the one podium out of the way, and new chassis is done. They are satisfied with our work. All right. No, our car midfield right now. Midfield, we're about to make some moves though. I'm even spending 750k. Emergency manufacturing a couple of these. Get a couple more in normal. What's our next race? 17 days. It'll be done by then. We will normal these. New chassis. Throw those bad boys on. About to make some moves. And actually, when does the next ATR period start? Not for another 3 weeks. We can actually jump in and do another baby improvement on what we got so far. We're already doing that. We'll do a side pod here and we'll work on our engine cooling. That's what we're gonna do with these kind of baby ones. You know, we're really gonna push engine cooling like to the max. We're gonna get baby improvements elsewhere, but we're going to be hopefully, you know, we really need to work on our engine cooling and brake cooling. I think that's one of the reasons that we're having a lot of issues. And so we're going to do some of these baby designs. We're going to be designing lickety split. We're going to be doing a lot here to try and continue making a push. Nothing else going on until then. We will check on dev points for everyone right after this. Reach Q2, you got it. 1 in the top 10, reach Q3. I'm going to guarantee it. We can't guarantee fastest lap. We never know. 2 into the top 12 is a lot to ask of Mick, I think, specifically. No dev points for them. No dev points for them. Nice and quick. Race weekend, Australia. Let's get this going.
Welcome to Melbourne for a weekend of fierce competition. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert Park circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high. The Albert Park...
I. Heavy rain. Uh-oh. I don't like heavy rain. All right, let's get a good setup going here. Let's get a good setup. Let's set up these boys for success in everything they're about to do. Bang, perfect. Let's do it. FP1. Let's get this bread.
Check.
Oh, it's gonna rain like right at the beginning.
Green light, green light.
Is that like wet? It's gonna be damp in 12 minutes. I want to do this. I just need to see where it goes. Like, is it gonna get like wet, or could we just throw them on inters?
Rain still coming.
Yes, we are aware. Damp, damp, damp. All right, we're gonna throw them on inters. We're just gonna throw them on inters and then
We are expecting rain pretty soon.
I mean, whatever, dude. Send them out right now. I mean, it should start raining like right now. I mean, it should start raining like right now. I mean, it should start raining. It's just not gonna rain. It's just not gonna rain at all. All right, there it goes. Oh my God, it didn't rain fully. All right, there it goes. You know, everyone comes in for their new tires and stuff. Oh my God, it's flying. Oh my God, it's flying. Oh my God. Oh, it's wet. Oh, but now the rain stops. I mean, the session's gonna be over before we get any feedback. That's not true. It's definitely gonna make getting
What's your thoughts
66
on coming in or doing any more? It was okay.
74 for beer, hot off the rip. We're going to see if we can get on to slicks by the time that's done.
How's the balance?
And not just... Let's see. The only thing is bad is that... Sure. It's literally not gonna rain. I need to wait at least until it's close enough. Literally just get out there and run. Literally just get out there and run. That's all we need you to do right now is just get out there and go. Need to get that track acclimatization up as well as car part knowledge. Getting their car part knowledge up would be very nice. Are they going to finish their setup confidences before their run is over? Because if not, I'm going to be livid. Alright, it looks like it might come in just in time for Mick. Oh my god, the tires are horrific. The tires here are horrific.
The ballon is far understeer. Can you help me?
Apparently.
There it is, I got through. All okay.
Fine, call him in. You don't need anyone running out of fuel. We dare send them out there on the same tires, just...
What do you think?
79 and 51. Mick's got 51% acclimatization or confidence. Let's go. Fine. It's fine. Man, what a crap session. I mean, they get beard as 80%, but still. We found the optimal for oversteer. Doesn't look bad. Alright, we're gonna run the whole 20 laps here. I don't think we need to change a lot. Alright, let's do it. FP2 in Australia.
Ready to check?
Give them a little bit of gap in between them. See if that helps at all. They usually get bunched up right on the back of one another. We really need to get in that track acclimatization if we can here on this one. It's going to be very, very important if we can. Multiple cars. Ain't us though.
Car in the wall.
Ain't us though. That's the important part. It ain't us though. Alright, why are we one times in here? Come on. Let's get this going. Amazing. How are we feeling? Mick, 73%. Better. Pierre, how are we feeling? Yeah, how are we feeling? 87% from Pierre.
I'm really pleased.
Perfect.
Nathan.
19 laps, about to finish their stint as well. Beautiful. Let's see. Bad on the straights, huh? I'm pretty okay with that. First, you 15 laps. All right, what can we do better for you here, Pierre? Right. We're gonna try and see if we can make these tires last a little longer. We potentially could use them again, and definitely for Mick, we would love to be able to use them again. It doesn't look like we're going to, mainly just because he's flying through this tire right now. Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see, but. Oh god, I missed it. We get away with like yeah, there. Maximum laps, maximum laps. Whatever it takes. And we'll get to see where these are at. Can we improve at all? I don't think so. Probably not. 79, yeah. We went down. That's fine.
Race I got. Copy that.
Perfectly fine by me. A-okay, A-okay. Heading into Saturday. All right, we're gonna let handle Mick. For Pierre, we're gonna minimum revert him back to the best. And we'll see if the AI can do anything for him, but we will simulate this session. Go 7th and 11th. That's very, very nice. Car part knowledge almost up to 100. Mick gets up to 85. Pierre gets up to 89. Pretty solid, I do say so myself. We have a few sets of softs to play with. Absolutely wonderful. Manage Q1. Let's get into it. Albert Park, Australia. Time to make some magic happen.
Green light, green light.
We're gonna mix it up and send Pierre with the first group this time. Send him out with Duin. And we'll send Mick out with the second group. Kevin gets, their Pierre gets blocked by Daniel. We'll finish the lap, but we're gonna send him out again on the same set of tires because he got blocked right into turn 1 there. Not ideal. We go purple the last 2 sectors on our run, but just because we got blocked. It's not, you know, because Mick put a second on Gasly. That's how you know that did not go perfectly. We're gonna send him out right now. Mick is gonna come in. Honestly, I think Mick, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that set. We're gonna throw on his new set of tires. All right, Pierre. It's green, yellow. All right, he does improve, but I mean that used set of tires is definitely the reason there that he didn't improve massively. Leclerc spinning on turn 15, not what you want to see from the man from Monaco. All right, Mick. I mean, we're gonna send them both back out mainly because we have to, and we're gonna be pretty okay. We don't have a set of softs to save here because the softs are not going to be the race tire at all this weekend because they are getting roasted as around Albert Park here. Ooh, Kevin putting in a lap. Nice. See what tires everyone goes out on here. Looks like probably be a fresh run for pretty much everyone here. We're gonna wait. We're gonna send Pierre last, mainly because he has the most ground needed to make up. All right, we're gonna hop on. We're gonna be on board with Pierre here. I hope. Oh, just enough. All right, Pierre, let's get it. We have some huge ground to make up here. Currently P17. We know that we're faster than that. Both go green. Their first sector. Mick currently sitting in P10. Probably also could do to go up a few positions here, as everyone's gonna start coming across the line here. Mick's still in the danger zone. He does go green though. We are expecting to see a fair amount of improvement here as Mick will come down the final straight and cross the line, who does improve, as well as Gasly, who goes P7 and P11 for Haas through to Q2 pretty safely, if I do say so myself. We're going to make sure we are out on a used set of tires for both. Get here and get a good banker lap in before we'll move to our soft run again. We'll go back to our original strategy here. We'll send Mick with the majority of the first group. We'll let Kevin go off on his own, it would seem. Perfectly timed. We'll send him out with Alonso. And then we'll send Pierre out as well. Should get a nice toe from Alonso here down the main straight. We are going to run into Leclerc again, right in that first corner. That's going to be a minimum a second gone from Mick's lap, so don't take this one with a bit of grain of salt. Yeah, he's not a second behind Magnussen, I would say, who was also on a used tire run. Looks like everyone besides Bottas is on a used tire run here, so these are going to be taken with a bit of a grain of salt. I didn't even see Pierre. Pierre does go second fastest so far. That's pretty neat, if I do say so myself. Gives us some good indications of where we'll be on a hopefully a new set to run here soon. Both Red Bulls officially go faster than us, as well as a Ferrari and a Mercedes. Bottas goes second, as that looks like it'll be probably it for the used set runs here. We'll send Pierre out first, and then we will send Mick last, because Mick does have the biggest gap to make up here. Let's see. Got some new tires going on from everyone, it looks like. So this is going to be all about pace here. There's going to be no beating around the bush on this one. It's going to be all about who has the fastest pace and who can get it done. Looks like Alonso's just not going to come out. So it looks like Alonso's is done. Mick is safe from one, it would seem. We'll hop on board here with the German Schumacher. Let's go around the last couple of corners here. Pierre looks to have some pretty decent pace around here. A crash right at the start of our lap. What a horrific turn of events. Who was it? It's not Magnussen. It's not Vettel. It's not Norris. It's not Zhou. It's Bottas. Bottas in the wall. Mick is now officially out of Q2 in P15 for this man's. This is the reason why Mick is out. I'm gonna leave Mick on push, but there's no point in Pierre finishing this lap. We're gonna try and save these tires if we can for our fresh run next. I'm hoping the yellow flag ruins enough people's laps to where no one can improve. We're gonna leave Mick on push because I mean he has everything to gain here, but unfortunately that's gonna be that.
Energy's good.
Copy.
That's terrible luck.
Good session.
I mean, in theory, no one should improve. Who was, you know, down the order there? That's terrible, man. That's terrible. Pierre is through. Mick gets caught up the most thanks to Bottas, who makes it through, by the way. It doesn't even have to complete that lap. Mick can't catch a break. Mick Schumacher cannot catch a break in this series. I swear it. Terrible luck for Mick there. Terrible luck. That's gonna look awful, but it's just, that's not the reality. Hey, things you love to see. Hey, Ronnie, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. We're currently lamenting the fact that Valtteri Bottas crashed at the end of Q2 and ruined Mick's chances at improving and trying to make it out of Q2. So unfortunate day for Mick there. Send Pierre out with Sergio and Sebastian. Looks like everyone is out, so we should get a clean lap on a relatively fresh-ish set of tires here. Went purple briefly. Very nice. 0.3 off of Perez. 0.06 off of Sainz, who was probably on a more used. No. Sainz on a fresh run? Do we have pace in Australia? The people want to know. The people definitely want to know. Do we have pace? All right, hopefully no one bins it this time and we can go last like we normally do. Hopefully no one, Bottas, decides to absolutely ruin everyone's day here. Regardless, we'll hop on board here. Actually, anyone on a lot, all used tires? Pierre, this is an incredible opportunity for us. Let's show them what we got. Get a tow from K-Mag here, and let's go bag ourselves a solid quality position here. We're right on board here with the offset TV pod and see how Pierre takes us around his last quality lap here in Q3. Everything to play for here on this one. A newest set of tires out here. Goes green first sector. Things you love to see. As everyone's going to start crossing the line here. Vettel does not improve. Goes green the second sector. Perez does not improve. Everyone else here does not look like there's a whole lot of improvement happening. Get Pierre all to play for. Where are we going to start? Oh, 8 thousandths. Why is the thousandths of a second being our biggest hurdle to jump here? It was in Jeddah, we were 2 thousandths off of jumping 2 positions in qualifying. And now here in Australia, we are 8 thousandths from jumping a Ferrari at the start. Man, so close. We're like right there. We just need that little extra tick. That last little thing. Man. Regardless, this is what the plan is. Start fast, finish strong. Looks like a pretty bang on 2-stop here. Do I dare dream of a Pierre Gasly 1-stop? Here's the problem with the 1-stop. The 1-stop, you're kind of really praying for the safety car. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put Pierre on this 2-stop, which will probably match pretty much what everyone else is doing. We're just going to hope to get dragged along. And what we're going to do here, we're going to play the safety car game with Mick and see if we can get lucky late and see if we can make something happen here. We're gonna do our best. It's gonna be another tough one for Mick starting near the back, but you know, unfortunately it is what it is, and we're gonna have to try and make things happen in the race, try and make up a lot of ground here for Mick, who got kind of shafted in qualifying there.
There we have Pierre Gasly. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast.
It could change. Only one way to find out here. The Australian Grand Prix is here. Let's get this bread. We're gonna follow along with Pierre here. So we're making our way down into turn 1. Try and take the Ferrari on the inside. What's the tire situation look like? A lot of mediums, and only mediums in the top 10 here. We're trying to do the best we can early. Try and set ourselves up for later. Gasly, a banger of a start here. Up into P5. Seeing if we can make something happen here. I think we're pretty okay. We're gonna settle in. We're gonna settle into this one. Wait until DRS is activated. I forgot to take Mick off of this. Mick up 2 spots into P13. Things you love to see. We're gonna go ahead and drop him down as well. Let him get settled into his race. What tire situation around him? All hards around Mick. That looks like a beauty of a spot for him. He'll be riding around the reverse one stop that we were kind of eyeing up, so not too shabby to say the least. We're gonna see if we can get Russell out of DRS range here. That would be absolutely huge for us in our race. Thank you for the posture check. I always need it. Russell officially out of DRS to us. He said hopefully. Yes. No DRS for the Mercedes man. Hopefully we can keep it that way and we can drop down, save some tires, and continue on. I think it's hovering. Really ensure that we get DRS here. Yep, perfect. Oh, come on, Mick. We're really lacking that much pace. All right, we really need Norris not to get DRS as well. If Norris gets DRS, then it's kind of over. All right, he did not. That's good for us. I mean, Norris is gonna have crash, whomst, multiple cars crash. DRS disabled. That's a safety car. That's too early. It's too early. What is the tire situation looking like from the top? All right, sorry, this is gonna. We can play it at 1x speed.
Was that a crash?
All right, we have.
Cars, I think.
Who was
Let's
it?
take a closer look. Now we see the Williams here.
Oh, very inconsequential to our race, but things you hate to see. Oh, big punts.
You can clearly see the
Oh,
contact
big
there,
punts, big
and
shunt.
that caused
A lot of damage. Do we? Do we have to think about potentially boxing? Do we potentially shake things up? I think it's really going to come down to whether or not the AI are going for the medium to hard 1-stop or the 2-stop that we're on. Our tires are the most roasted because we were kind of fighting to stay with this front group. This actually really hurts us the most because we were pushing our tires so much more than everyone else. I think this only helps Mick. This only helps Mick's 1-stop This hurts Pierre's two-stop, unfortunately. I think it's tough. This is a tough one. I don't think we can box Pierre, because if anything, we're going to go to a slower tire. We would box for hards and then just make it a one stop from here, in which we would just be on the slower tire from there. And I don't think that's what we want to do. So I think we're gonna keep going. We're gonna use this opportunity to gain back some of our tire aggression, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So unfortunate that it happened that early. That's one of those where you kind of want it to happen in like 10 laps. If it happened, well, I mean 10 laps, you're looking at pitting regardless, but it's the one you're looking at happening in like 8 laps. If it happened like 8 laps, that's an absolute beauty.
Okay, energy's good.
Yeah.
Safety car probably in this lap. Yep.
Safety car will be in this lap.
Yeah.
All right, we will wait until the safety car gets up and going. We're gonna wait as long as we can here. Here we go. We are racing. We're gonna go aggressive for both to make sure we don't get pulled. We're not gonna deploy or anything. We're gonna save ERS. I have a bad habit of overusing ERS at restarts, and it usually comes back to bite me later in the race. So we're gonna leave things alone. Wait till DRS gets re-enabled. Maybe we'll go from there. But let's go racing once again. Make battling Akon, who gets ahead. Unfortunate. Maybe we should get
Alpine just advanced.
Come on, Mick. You can't afford to lose this many positions here, Mick. See if we can stick a nose in there. Woo! Shush! Oh my goodness. He came flying through there. Flying through there. All right, we're gonna keep pushing fuel. Here we have Seb behind us. It doesn't honestly scare me that much. Also gonna lower tires and keep an eye on the pace and see what things look like from here. I think we'll be able to actually, if we can break DRS to battle behind, that will be absolutely massive for us.
DRS enabled.
Maybe we'll be able to just pick off a spot here. Ooh, Kevin's trying. He's flying. Once we get that first DRS zone, then I think we'll be okay. Oh yeah. Immediately put a second on him. Half a second on him. Perfect. This is where we'll gain the most, I think. Although all the battling ahead is going to really hurt us the most. No one's going to be making any major moves. As long as we can keep Vettel and Magnussen and Ricardo and Joe and Sainz and Mick behind us, I think we'll be all right. Honestly, Mick, we're gonna deploy you a little bit. We're gonna push you through corners. If we can hold on to the medium runners as long as possible, that would be absolutely perfect. You really want to be holding on as long as possible. Holding on to the medium runners is only gonna help Mick in the long run. So the longer we can do this, the better. I don't even think we're necessarily even trying to, get by any of them. We're the front runners of the hard runners, which is exactly where we want to be. Trying to keep an eye on up here as well. And our car's straight line speed is just not it. It's just not it. We just lost a tenth and a half in a straight with DRS. Unlucky, really unlucky. Okay, yeah. I mean, Pierre's in his pit window.
Gain a position.
That's perfectly fine. Honestly, again, totally fine. If we can hold on to the mediums, that's going to help us. We can get Lando later. We're not necessarily super worried about that. God, Pierre. We're slow. We're just slow, man. We're slow. We gotta hold on. We gotta hang on. The longer we can hang on, it's only gonna get better. Ooh, thought about it. Here is the master, really debating on sending one down the inside right here. All right, we got Russell thinking about us, which is beautiful as they go too wide twice. They go 2x2 through the through that corner. That's always fun. It's gonna be a drag race between Leclerc and Perez. We're continuing to just kind of get dragged along, thankfully. I have to think we'll find out a lot on whether or not this is the one stop or the two stop pretty quickly. I think it's pretty safe to push this up to... What is the gap looking like here? Not the best. Well, the safety car restart, man, again, we're kind of screwed by a tight restart where there's not really been a huge gap generated here. Ignore that for now. So we're running out of time. None of them pitted, which tells me they might be on the one stop unless they pit this lap. If they pit this lap, then they're probably on the two stop. Otherwise, they're on the one stop. The problem is, as of right now, we'll come out well behind pretty much everyone. I think we're gonna go one more lap and then we're gonna pit. We're gonna commit to this two stop because even if they are on the one stop, they're gonna be extremely slow. Everyone's likely on the one stop. Wow. We're gonna go full quali lap here. Try and get by, but we're pitting this lap. We're gonna try a bit of an undercut on this one stop that they're doing. We're not gonna deploy, but we're gonna do this. It is hanging on. We are kind of just chilling. Sainz and Ricardo did pit. I think I missed that. So it looks like they're also on the two stop. We'll get an idea of what that looks like here. Mick making some moves though. I realized I left him on deploy, that's why.
Haas with an overtake there.
All right, we're gonna make sure to keep an eye on this. So then do this and balanced. We'll hop back over with Mick while Pierre pits. Man, not a lot of people on the two stop. We are gonna need to make this work, unlike we did last time, because the last time we did this, we do come out ahead of Perez behind Tsunoda. All right, we need to get by Tsunoda immediately. Oh, Pierre, come on. Oh, Pierre. We're not getting stuck behind Tsunoda like this, right? Like, we're not? Like, we're not, right, Pierre? We're not?
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Break the DRS, Pierre. Break the DRS, Pierre. They're not going to break the DRS. I will leave it on push, though. Mick still just getting dragged along, absolutely as expected. We're going to try and do something similar with Mick as we did with him last race, where we're going to try and use some of this excess tire delta just getting pulled along here by these medium runners to extend the hard stint a little longer than originally planned in order to have fresher mediums than hopefully everyone else down the end of the race, because if they all box at the expected time, they're going to basically run out of tire on the last like 2 laps. So if we can go just a lap longer minimum, then I think we'll be in for some decent results, some decent pace down the stretch. It is leading all of the hard runners. This is absolutely a beauty of a race from Mick so far. Lando definitely has more pace than us. You know, getting DRS from everyone ahead is a beauty of a thing. And them fighting is not helping us as much, but it is what it is at this point. Yes, sir. Pierre. Yes, sir. We're flying back up into P13.
An excellent move by Haas to gain a few places.
And immediately no DRS to those behind. Absolutely perfection from the Frenchman. Bottas is going to have fresher tires, but he is not going to be pushing like we're pushing, hopefully at least. So if we can work our way up into his DRS, we will be absolutely chilling. Bunch of pit stops being made. We need to get out ahead of Verstappen here if we can. We do not. That is the fastest lap though. That's a banger of a lap. Pierre, a banger of a lap. Up into P4, getting dragged along by his old teammates Kevin Magnussen. Mick is in a net P1 right now because they have yet to stop. Get DRS, Mick. Get DRS. Get DRS. I don't think he got. He did. Let's go. Perfect. Mick Schumacher leading the Australian Grand Prix.
Haas with an overtake.
An absolute masterclass from Mick here. So now Pierre finds himself battling a Ferrari of Charles Leclerc here. If we can, you know, push them into wasting a little bit of their tires. We pushed him out of the DRS to Russell, which is an absolute beauty as we currently stand, to gain tremendously from this. Woo! Flying. Oh, we did get DRS, but Charles slams the door closed. This is turning out pretty solid, although Lando is cutting into Mick's lead slightly. Probably that's a tire diff at this point, and plus Lando I think is just a little bit better in terms of his ratings than everyone else. Fix my headset. Go on, Pierre. Go on, the lad. It's DRS, has an inside line, opens up the flap. We're gone. We're flying straight into DRS of Russell George. DRS lap opens once again, now fighting ahead.
Overtake there.
Absolute beauty. Perfection. Leclerc not pushing like he's going to try and catch up. We can try and break that 1 second barrier. I think that's absolutely massive. Obviously, I don't think he got DRS. He did not. Although his car is still a Ferrari and it is still kind of a rocket ship in a straight line, it looks like he'll likely get DRS onto the main straights, likely. Yeah, he'll get DRS here, but we're going to be flying by George Russell. Absolute masterclass happening currently. DRS open up once again, catching the next group ahead. Absolutely beauty. All right, Norris has caught up to Mick. That honestly is pretty okay. We know our race that we're in with Mick right now, and so we are just absolutely chilling with Mick right now. So he has no ERS, but I think that's kind of to be expected to a certain degree here. They take a very inside line. It looks like Alonso is going to try and send one around the outside, but just can't get it done. We'll get Bottas on this one. I think Pierre could have stuck his nose in there a little bit, but decides against. Sending one down the outside. Oh, Pierre wants it. Pierre's hungry. He can smell it. He can smell P6. I mean, realistically, we do need to be making up these positions because we are stopping again. You know, we will be able to do this later, but you know, as many as we can get now and get into a bit of fresh air, clean air would be lovely. Mick back into the lead down the main straight. Things you love to see. Verstappen also there in the fight. We'll see if Mick can actually slow them up a little bit. I actually might. We'll see what that does. We'll see what happens. If we can slow up Verstappen back up into this group, that's an absolute dream scenario here. As Pierre moves up here into P6, now chasing Esteban Ocon for P5. Ocon does not get DRS here. We're gonna be right up on him. Pierre probably could have sent that one up down the inside, but unfortunately does not get the move done. We have slowed up the front group a lot, actually. We are losing a lot of time behind Ocon, but an absolute beauty happening right now from Pierre Gasly. Verstappen does get behind. We will take Mick off of hold up cars as we now need to focus up on Pierre here. Oh, if we get DRS here, it's a wrap. No DRS. Dang it. I don't know where the detection is. The detection point is on that one, but Pierre is a very good position right now. Should have DRS here. He does. We will tell Mick, don't fight. Do not fight Pierre here. You are in two very different races, and Pierre is here to stay. Norris will be boxing in a lap or so. If we can get by Lando here, that's an absolute dream scenario. Ooh, shuts the door. Stick your nose in there, Pierre. Ooh. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, Norris boxes, gives us DRS. Absolute dream scenario, and we are away up into the DRS of Valtteri Bottas. Absolutely mint. This is going chef's kiss of a type of race that we're in right now. Look at all this dead percentage that they're gonna have right now. Look at it. We're gonna have medium tires that are gonna be flying, absolutely flying through here. Oh, how do we not get DRS there, by the way? An absolute travesty. We're gonna ignore Mick and go at minimum one more lap. We're gonna try and go one more lap with Mick and see, we're gonna actually have him harvest too. We're gonna sacrifice a little bit from Mick just to build up his ERS a little bit. Baltas leaves us in the dust with the DRS there. Unfortunate, really. And unless something happens, I mean, he has much fresher tires than us as of right now, 77 to 58. But every tire percentage that goes down for them from here on is going to be another percentage that we're going to have above them at the end of the race. All right, Mick.
Race position gained for Mercedes.
Mick opens up that DRS. We are going to be boxing for mediums, Mick. Boxing this lap for mediums. No longer harvesting, Mick. Free to push. Actually, push fuel. You have half a kilogram to go. Pierre is losing time ahead as well as behind. We're going to try and see. I doubt it's going to work, but all right. Charles Leclerc is going to be having DRS on us on this straight as well as in the main straight. So a bit unfortunate, really. We're going to be bumping that back down. We're going to try and use this strategically to use the Ferrari to drag us along here as we march towards our second pit stop. Mick in the pits. Likely going to be coming out fairly behind, but hopefully we're going to be able to make up a few positions here. 3 seconds. Dude, our pit crew is trash. Our pit crew is actually horrific. Mick does come out behind everyone, but is on the freshest medium tires out of everyone else. So unfortunately the overcut did not work out for us here. Unfortunate.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Gonna try and use this opportunity to save some ERS if we can. Russell George is behind us, a second and a half. Those 5/10 gonna prove to be useful. If we can get a whole lap of harvesting here, that's an absolute dream. Getting dragged along by Charles here. Continue just to drag us forward away from the Mercedes of George Russell. The absolute dream. What's the 25-second loss in the pit lane? That's not good. We need to increase this gap. We need to increase the gap, Pierre. Increase the gap. If possible, increase the gap. Carl is so worried about defending from me. All right, we are in our pit window, Pierre. We need to up here.
Haas with an overtake there.
A little bit of free air should be good to go. I mean, we're gonna have the freshest tires out of like everybody on the entire circuit. We're gonna have the freshest tires. All right. Honestly, that's fine. Again, if we can just get dragged along as long as possible. I don't know how George Russell was able to catch up to us when we're flying with Charles with DRS, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Alright, another lap of DRS. Flying by the Ferrari. Sheesh. Track limits, Pierre. Alright, we did lose 3 1/3 seconds ahead, but all in all, it's not bad.
That's a new race position for Haas.
We're gonna see if we could get passed by Charles here. All right, we can't. All right, Pierre, box this lap, box this lap. All right, we got that. We're gonna leave him on push. Back over to Mick. Here, you better have the pace. Because he got a long pit lane ahead. 3.1 seconds. Dude, our pit stops are trash. Mick, I know you're gonna want to. Do not. Pierre is our opportunity. Use him to drag yourself along and away from the clutches of the Red Bull. Trust in the Haas master plan. He goes purple. Damn. All right, Pierre, let's go to work. Absolute worst case scenario. Absolute worst case. Go. Absolute worst case scenario. Absolutely the worst case scenario. Oh my god. Oh, and that destroyed his tires. It's over. I make you are literally our only hope for points right now. I'm legitimately upset. I am legitimately upset. Good thing this is gonna be my last one for tonight, or else I might do something. I might do something crazy. We had it. We had it. The pace. The moves. We were there. I am so upset.
Haas with an overtake.
We had such good. We had really good pace too. We had pace. We had promise. We potentially had points. But no. Now his tires are. His tires are just as destroyed as the other two stoppers. And we're 2 seconds behind. And one of the cars we're gonna have to try and catch is a Ferrari. It's not how that works, man. Now, this is the kind of stuff we got rid of Kevin for. Literally in the last season, Kevin bins it twice in the last 2 races when we're in great positions. And then Pierre comes out and does this. I don't even want to look at him. Just go. Just go. Oh, he got the fastest lap. Cool.
You're in a good place.
Is that a race position for Haas?
I'm wondering what would have changed if we had pitted him under the safety car at the start and converted him to the hards to medium one stop. You just gotta wonder, you know? I'm literally like, I'm just lost for words. I'm actually just lost for words. I don't know what to say. Like, what's happening with the Haas F1 team? A podium to start the season, and then just
And McLaren
mistakes.
with a great overtake.
Just mistakes the whole way, rest of the way. We got makeup into P11. Love to see it. Mick fighting for potential point right now. I don't know. Wait, I don't know what happened. I mean, I guess Perez is he's in a Red Bull. It's not exactly the most surprising thing in the world. We're all on for and points. Man. Oh, and we don't get DRS. Beautiful. Beautiful. My phone died. My phone just died.
Alpine just advanced.
What a day. And my phone dies. Beautiful. What an absolute dream. Oh, hello, Carlos.
It's a spin.
Leclerc spinning. Apparently didn't lose that much time.
Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Oh, it's just a baby spin.
That looked like a very nasty.
It was a baby spin, and that gap behind him allowed him to get back out there like that. I just don't know what to say, you know?
Haas with an overtake.
Schumacher overtakes Ocon. Doolin's in the pits. He on to Sauce going for a fastest lap attempt in a Williams Le Mans.
McLaren gain a position.
Honestly, at this point, yeah, save your tires, build up some ERS. We'll try and improve that fastest lap, and we'll go on from there. Mick's not even gonna get points just because we don't have the pace and we're fighting Ocon. Oh, what a brutal day. Brutal. And after that first round, man, I thought we were a shoe-in for this podium challenge. But man, is it now looking good. Well, we caught up to and train. Perez is all the way back up in 5th, by the way. We've caught up to a train. Oh, these hard runners, these tires gonna start to get destroyed though. This is gonna be the whole thing. We're gonna have fresher tires than everybody else. We may be able to make something happen.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Oh, he's off. Norris is gone. Let's go. Is Mick gonna save our bacon again? Norris in the dust. It's in the dirt. All right, Pierre. Let's go. He's gonna get held up by Daniel, but we might still be able to squeak in a fastest lap here. Last lap. What's the tires looking like? 31. They're gonna fall off. Mick might be in a great position here. All right, Mick, we need to get a fantastic exit here. Last lap. You got it, Mick. You got it. Let's watch it from cinematic. Here we go. The last lap. Try to sneak his nose in there. Let's go. Let's go. Yep, Joe's tires are gone. He's gone. He's no longer a factor. Your tires are going to be just as destroyed as everyone else's, but you know what? We're on the mediums. They're on the hards.
Need to charge it, or is it?
Copy.
Oh, he tried. Oh, he snuck his nose in there. He did. He tried. Great recovery drive from Mick right there. Great recovery drive from Mick right there. Oh, came back. I think sniped, Seth tried to snipe, came back.
Check it flag. Check it flag.
Ah,
Yeah.
man, we are scrapping for points. Just absolutely scrapping points.
Take all the pick up and away in. Well done.
Jeez, man. I don't know what
Take all
we
the
need to
up and
fix.
down.
Well, we need to fix something. We need to fix
Check the flag.
something.
Yeah, I don't really know what's happening. I don't know if it's my fault or not.
What do you know? It was your
Come
fault.
back, stop it next weekend. When you stop.
Literally, you spun. Literally, it was your fault. Literally.
He's living the dream. Exceptional work.
Literally your fault. Pierre has fallen from grace. Fallen from grace. We do hold on to P5 in the constructors. Thankfully, McLaren did not score, so we should be able to continue to fight there. But man, Mick gets a dev point. Pierre does not. Deo does not. 250k. from Mick finishing in the top 10, but man, that's 3.6 in the bank, but still, man, we gotta, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But we gotta figure it out. We have this is probably what, right? The first regulation vote? Probably is, but regardless, I am done for today. Tired. It's Monday, it was a long day. We'll be back again in a couple of days to continue with this. We are doing our best, but at the same time, our best has not been good enough so far. We have lots of ground to make up. So I don't know what it's gonna be, what it's gonna take, but man, what a poor day. After the hype that round one set up, just a poor day today. Just could not get it going. Could not get anything on the board. Just pain, just frustration. But that's just today. That's another one done, another one dusted. I'll be back in a couple days. I appreciate you all. Stay safe, stay cool, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Count what you have now. Don't count what you don't have.